Okay, so here we are. We're at the range. You've only got a couple of minutes and maybe one box of ammunition, 50 rounds, and you want to put in a useful training session. I get asked the question all the time, hey Phil, what do you do for a quick training session? What do you do for, say, a 100-round training session? We're going to take a couple of videos now, and we're going to give you guys some 50-round training sessions and 100-round training sessions that you can do really, really quickly. The first one we're going to start off with today is the 50-round training session, or as the old timers used to say, a box of shells. We've got a limited amount of time, a limited range that we can only do so many types of different training drills on, and we're going to check it out, see what drills I do. So all you need for this, 50 rounds of ammunition, a good target. I'm using an IDPA cardboard target here, and whatever setup you want to train for. I'm going to be running this session from my normal everyday concealed carry, my EDC setup. So I'll be running a Glock 19 with a Surefire XC1, all my Kydex, Vigilance Tactical, so I've got the inside of the waistband, and also a Vigilance Tactical spare magazine carrier, the exact EDC setup that I run daily. This is a good, quick, fast, down and dirty 50-round training session. We're actually going to put it on the clock and start to finish, see what we can do it in. All right, let's check it out. So we're going to check it out, start off with a 3, 5, 7, 10. I'm just going to run this and progress it as we go. So starting off 3, 5, 7, 10 drill. So 3 rounds, 3 yards, 3 seconds. And we're going to continue to progress. Let's give it a shot. Let's start the timer off. So here we go, stopwatch, starting her off, and we're off. Always want to start off cold. I've got my training ammunition loaded up. I'm ready to go. Here we go. All right, that was a 2-2-2 on the 3. Gonna move her to the 5 now. 5 rounds, 5 seconds. 2-6-1 that time. Still all in the down 0 circle. So again, trying to work that dual, good combative pace. Not super fast, not as fast as I can pull the trigger, but also trying to get solid hits. Gonna get a little trickier now. Now we're moving out to the 7-yard line. 7 rounds, 7 seconds. Time, speeding up a little bit here. We're at 4-3-2. If I was really looking for some tight accuracy, I would slow that down. 10 rounds, 10 seconds. I'm going to top off because I don't want to have to perform a reload in this drill. I'm looking for the clean drill, 10 rounds, 10 seconds. Larry Vickers calls this the test. When you shoot on a B8 bullseye, you're looking for all 10, the scoring ring and the 10. 10 rounds, 10 seconds, all in the 10 ring. That's the test. So I'm just going to go ahead and top off here to make sure that I don't have to perform any kind of a reload during this drill. And if my count's right, I should have 1 in the pipe and my magazine loaded up. All right, go 10 rounds inside. All right, go. First round, line. Good shot. We're going to move the target back to the 7-yard line, and we're going to start working quads. Draw and fire 4. I don't like a lot of draw, fire 1, fire 2, things like that. That's not a realistic approach. If I'm working defensively, and again, I'm working concealed carry, I'm trying to work defensively. One of my favorite drills is to work and get those quads in and start working on building my repetition and building my speed. We can do all the things, the manipulation cycles, draw, reload, malfunction clearance, a lot of that stuff we can handle through dry fire. We don't have to waste valuable, precious time in live fire training to go ahead and accomplish that. We need to be able to work recoil, watching our sights, learning our sights, and managing and controlling that recoil in live fire. That we can't simulate in any other form of training. We can't simulate that in dry fire, can't simulate that in airsoft or simunition, can't simulate that in enhanced dry fire through use of tools like a SIRT pistol. That recoil impulse and that trigger reset under real recoil, watching those sights, that's what we really get in live fire, so that's what we're working on. So we keep the speed up and keep working on that, establishing a good grip, but then working that. So we're gonna work some quads now. First is gonna be 7-yard line. We're going to be firing 4 rounds, and I'm looking for that in 3.5 seconds. 4 rounds, 3.5 seconds. We'll bring it back to 7. All right, here we go. That was 2.38 seconds, 4 rounds, 7 yards. So now we're gonna mix it up a little bit here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw in some turning movements. Same drill, only we're going to throw in turning movements. You've got to check with your range and make sure that you're okay, and you've got to be very, very careful about making sure your muzzle is downrange. You don't get yourself kicked out of your local club. So we're going to work turning movements. Why? Because it forces us to move a little bit, to change our orientation, to respond to a stimulus. The real way this drill would work, if I had an open range, is I would want to turn and then work single step movement or short movement that we've talked about in previous training videos. So I'm just going to turn. I'm going to do a left turn and a right turn. And I dropped my first lousy shot. That's what happens when we don't pay attention and don't stay tight. All right, here we go. Turning around the other direction now. Got my time though, 2:69. .267, keeping it consistent, not blazing fast. I'm just looking to work some skills, not working on screaming speed here. Strong hand only skills are really, really important to work. Not because of wounded and compromised, which is what we always talk about, compromised ability, but they're super important to work because of the fact that we may be doing something with our other hand. Concealed carry, a huge portion of what we're going to be talking about, what we're actually going to use that gun for in a concealed carry situation, chances are really good this hand's going to be tied up doing something. I know we talk about shielding loved ones and playing Kevin Costner in The Bodyguard and whisking people to safety while simultaneously vanquishing the bad guy. That's all bullshit. That's probably not what's really going to happen. What's probably really going to happen is you're either going to be caged up defending your life, you've got an arm trapped, you're in a fist fight, that's when you're going for your gun. So you can't use this hand. So we're going to work that strong hand skills. We're going to work it far. This isn't an ECQ type situation, not a close quarters shooting thing. We're going to talk about working it at distance, but we want to work 4 rounds, strong hand only. Looking to do this in 4 seconds. Here we go. Okay, that was a 3-2-9. Now we are going to work 4 rounds, reload, fire 2 rounds. 4, reload 2. And again, a generous 7 seconds, lots and lots of time. Let's give it a shot. Oh, we did in 5:38. So, going to finish out. We're going to run our targets now to the maximum distance we have. I want to focus on manipulating the gun at the exact same speed I always manipulate the gun, as quickly as I can, and then firing a single round, well-aimed round. But my draw speed shouldn't change as the target gets further away. At my distance, I've got a set out for 2.5 second par time. That's what I'm looking to try to make for my own little times that I set with. But you can run any timing you want. So here we go. Draw to 1 round at max distance. .215, kept it in there. Whoa. Yeah, we put that shot in the bucket. .218. Can't accuse me of being not consistent. Last one. Sped that one up a little bit. 201. 201. All right, let's run our target back, see how we did. I can tell you, had a solid run. This is a cold run, first shots of the morning here. As always, what I find is I need to work on my strong hand only. So the bad shots I got, with the exception of that 1 round that I threw in one of the quads, just not being on the trigger like I needed to be, I really didn't throw any other shots outside of the zone that I wanted to work, except for that strong hand only. So what does that tell me? It tells me I want to work on some of my strong hand only skills. So what I can do is I can work my strong hand only skills more often. So next time I'll come back out and shoot this drill, I'm going to shoot it the entire time strong hand only. Oh yeah, and let's check on the time too. So remember we were running our time? Now I flap my gums a lot, and that's 11 minutes. So in reality, if you're not yakking and explaining drills like I was throughout the entire video here, you probably can put this training session in well under 10 minutes, probably 5 minutes. Hell, with loading your magazines, your total time is 10 minutes. So you got a couple minutes over your lunch break, no excuse not to train I can't hear this. I don't have time. I don't get a chance to train. I don't have the time. I don't have the money. I don't have the energy. I just don't really have the commitment is what it is. You've got the time. Take 10 minutes at lunch. If you have the opportunity to hit a range, hit a range. 1 box of ammunition, 10 minutes of your time. So there you have it, guys. The 50-round training session, real quick, down and dirty, and very simple to pull off. Come back, see us again. We're going to work the 100-round training session next.